Hey everybody, Chris here. In this video, we're going to take a look at price targets for buying into Dogecoin. That's right, buy targets. What I think is going to happen is we're going to see some more dips, and what could those dips be, and where would those price points be? So we're going to look at that in this video, along with some other news that's going on. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that little notification bell so you can be notified when my new videos come out, as well as when I am doing live streams. Right now, mostly Monday nights and Friday nights I'm going live, so please be sure to tune in. Now I'm recording this on Wednesday morning before the CPI or Consumer Price Index numbers come out for the United States. It's generally predicted that that number will be around 8.7, which is down from last month's 9.1. So if it is at 8.7, the markets may start to go up in response to that, but will probably go falter back down a little bit. That's typically what we see. Don't see any huge runs. If that number is significantly lower than 8.7, we could see a very green day. If the CPI numbers are above 8.7, well, we may see some negativity in the market overall. There's still this sentiment that the United States is in a recession. More than half of those that have responded to a recent poll say, yes, the United States is in a recession, regardless of what the government says is the definition of a recession or not. We all feel it. When it comes to the Consumer Price Index numbers, though, they're not really true numbers. The price of gas is going down, but that's kind of an artificial price number that can be turned on and off with the supply of oil. So not really a true reflection of what things cost. You go to the grocery store, you see it. You see the prices going up, or else what we call shrinkflation, right? The prices of things aren't necessarily going up, but the packages are all getting a little smaller. What used to be this 48-ounce jug of orange juice you used to buy is now about 42 ounces or something. Everything's getting a little smaller. Nice big half-gallon of ice cream you used to buy, now those packages have shrunk down. They're much, much smaller. So the CPI numbers don't actually reflect those things getting smaller. They just look at the overall prices. So take it for what it is. Also, we're seeing people getting laid off. A friend of mine got laid off from a top United States company as a management position. So layoffs are happening. We even see that in the crypto world with Coinbase and Robinhood announcing big layoffs. And yeah, times are tough. Despite what the numbers say, the markets don't always completely reflect what's going on in the real world, so to speak. But we could see that be delayed. And that's why I still think there's going to be dips going along. I still think this whole crypto winter, yeah, we're still there. And I think it's going to be this longer kind of protracted not a downtrend, but kind of sideways with dips. That's kind of what I'm looking at right now. And for Dogecoin, you know, Dogecoin is going to have its ups and downs. It's going to go on its little runs, and then it's going to retrace. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the news and the charts, and I'll show you what I'm looking at as far as buy targets and price targets for Dogecoin. So I'm going to start with this Benzinga Crypto article from yesterday, Dogecoin Daily, price firm above 7 cents. Well, you got to be careful when you write things like this, because Tuesday morning, Doge started dumping below 7 cents. So not really firm above 7 cents, but that's what we saw. So you can't always trust these articles. Here's FX Street Dogecoin price prediction. How to trade Doge as crypto markets coil up after recent crash. Dogecoin price trades between 7.8 cents resistance, 5.7 cents support levels, and I'll show you that in a minute. Doge could either sweep the 7.4 cent level first before crashing to 5.7, or it could directly do it from its current position. Either way, they're calling for this, most likely this 5.7 cent target. So So that's what we're talking about hitting before its next leg up. Trading right now about 6.7 cents after producing multiple higher lows. However, 7.8 cent resistance level seems to be the hindrance preventing Doge from going higher. So, two things can happen. Dogecoin price sweeps the buy stop liquidity resting above 7.4, reverses its trend to crash 21% down to 5.7 to collect the sell stop liquidity. Or number two, Doge heads lower right now to sweep up that 5.7 level and ignores the liquidity present at the top side. So that's what they're looking at. I think, again, we're going to find out what the CPI data is. We're going to find how the markets respond. I tend to think that crypto probably will have a little quick upswing and then drop back down, continue its sideways trading for a little while until other factors come in, inflation numbers coming out later this week, and then other news that is going to impact more directly on the crypto world coming up before the weekend. So we could see some dipping happening this weekend and into next week. So that's what they're looking at. They're also saying, on the other hand, if Dogecoin price produces a daily candlestick close above 7.8 cent resistance level and flips it, then the bearish thesis will face invalidation and Doge is likely continue to its ascent up to 10 cents. Now, I don't see this big rise up to 10 cents yet. I think it'll eventually get there, but not quite yet. So here's the chart we're looking at now. This is on the 30-minute chart. So here's what we had yesterday was the drop in Doge from 7.4 cents, came down to 6.7, came up just below 7 cents, and then dropped back down to about 666. So we're trading up above that. I like to go back to the 4-hour chart though, and here's what I've been looking at since the middle of June. So this was the big dip that happened right here, down to 4.9 cents. And since then, Dogecoin has been a bit on an uptrend. So what we're seeing are these higher lows. This is the 5.7 line here. After that initial drop in June, that was the resistance level, the first level that Doge hit when it traded back up. That also became support here on July 13th when Doge dipped down, and that was the lowest support line. So that is that 5.7 number. I would think, though, that as Doge trades forward, if Doge drops below this upward blue trend line and comes back down, it could retest 5.7, and then depending on what's happening in the overall market and how the overall market is performing, we could see Doge come up and then drop again lower. This would be very similar to Bitcoin. Here's the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin coming back down. This is the 17,600 level where Bitcoin hit its bottom, but it had on July 13th about 19,200. So if Bitcoin drops below 20,000 and retests 19.2, that would be similar to what Doge is doing at 5.7 cents. If Bitcoin drops lower, we would expect to see Doge drop lower as well. So that's going to be what I'm going to be looking at to determine whether Dogecoin is going to have a smaller dip or a bigger dip. I don't think it's just going to take off from here. We are going to see it. We are going to see dips coming, and that's what we see overall. The ups and downs of the crypto trading. So that's what we're looking at for the Dogecoin news and charts. So as I've talked on my live streams and in other videos, I have cash still waiting on the sidelines. Did I miss out on the bottom? I may have. Nobody actually predicts the exact bottom. When getting that exact bottom, that's pretty tough to do, especially when it's just live trading. You don't know what's going to go up or down. But we try and do the best we can. And I'm looking forward to these dips coming up, and I'll probably be buying on one of these dips. Will it be 5.9, 4.9? What's that price going to be? I don't know. I'll kind of gauge it as what's going on in the overall market like I do. I always compare Doge to Bitcoin and what else is going on. Don't really just solely look at Dogecoin by itself. That's what I look at when I'm ready to make my purchases. Let me know in the comments below what you think about price targets and buy-in points for Dogecoin. Give the video a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.